I've been waiting for
Hey guys, it's Ruby, back again with another Vegas video. Today I wanted to do a video about budgeting or tips to save a little bit of money in Las Vegas. I didn't want to do the super typical tips like go eat at McDonald's every day and try to get free drinks on the casino floor. I wanted to try to pick ones that I thought were doable and still made the experience really great. So I hope I did that with these tips. If you're new, thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to become a subscriber, I'm so close to 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And give this video a like and comment below if you enjoyed these tips. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my best budgeting tips. Number one I want to start with is going to be hotel stay. So I have a couple of tips here for hotels. I highly recommend that you book directly through the hotel you're staying at. A lot of old wisdom will tell you go through third-party sites, like go through Expedia or hotels.com or bundle your airplane and hotel together. I have never found that to save money at all. In fact, particularly with MGM properties, they actually have a best rate guarantee on their website. If you can find a rate cheaper than theirs, they will change the rate. And I can honestly say I've never found one. I did a ton of research back a few years ago where I was trying to look for the cheapest I could possibly get our rooms, and the cheapest ended up being on the actual hotel website. So I highly recommend just booking directly through the actual hotel and not bundled together. My next tip, I've mentioned this one before, but you should get a rewards card with the property that you're staying with, whether it be Caesars or Cosmo or MGM properties. You need to get yourself a rewards card. Just by signing up on their website, you will get 20% off your room right then and there. It's a no-brainer. You give them your email and you get 20% off. You'd be crazy to not get 20% off your room. So make sure you are signing up for a rewards card. It's the first thing you should do. Okay, and my last hotel tip, this one is huge, you guys, and I don't think a lot of people do this, and this will seriously save you so much money, is check the rates every day. So you booked your hotel through the actual hotel's website. So for example, we booked our most recent stay at Delano. We booked 2 rooms because we're having a lot of people stay with us, so we booked 2 full rooms. Now, I normally get my hotel stays for free. I'll leave a link in the description for how to get a free room and what I normally do. But at this time, they weren't offering a room for free for the days that we were going. I didn't care, and I booked the room anyway. So I booked 2 rooms right off the bat, and they were $1,370 for 2 rooms, so it was quite expensive. But every morning when I went and made my coffee, I checked the rates every single day. I just went on. You get sent an email that will tell you what the rate is for each night that you're staying, and you can check and see if any of the days went down. If any of my days lowered by any incremental amount, I called them, gave them my confirmation number, and they lowered the rate for me. It's not like flights where once you book and you're at that rate. They will lower the rate for you every time. I called maybe 5 or 6 times for this upcoming trip. That's how many times the price fluctuated, you guys. I was able to get one of the rooms totally comped because it did become an available comp for one of the rooms.
Nice.
And the other room I was able to drop in price. So I went from $1,370 for 2 rooms to $582 for 2 rooms. That is a savings of $788, you guys.
Yay!
This is a dramatic example. I'll give you that because I have 2 rooms here. But even if I hadn't had 2 rooms, I still could have saved easily $100 on one of these rooms. All you need to do is just log back in, check the rate, and if it goes down, get that money back, you guys. Any little bit is more money you can use on your trip. Okay, let's go into food and drink tips, you guys. Firstly, drink tip. I've mentioned this tip before. I'm gonna keep mentioning it so that everybody in the back can hear me. Pack alcohol in your bag. You can check 5 liters of alcohol in a checked bag. That is 5 bottles, okay? So we went on a trip and we were staying in a suite and we wanted to just kind of bring some of our own liquor. We took a carry-on bag. We took 5 bottles of alcohol, wrapped them in beach towels, and put them in that bag, and then just checked that entire bag. All it was our bottles of alcohol. There's nothing else in this bag. When we got to Vegas, we went to CVS and we picked up Sprite and seltzer water and tonic, and we made drinks in the room. So we were able to just, during the day, bring some drinks down to the pool with us that we'd already paid for, pre-game in there before we went out for the night. Make sure you bring plastic cups. You cannot have anything glass out on the strip, and you can't have anything glass down by the pool area. But if you bring cups, even if you have like your Fat Tuesdays cups from previous trips, or if you buy a Fat Tuesdays, fill it with your own alcohol. I'm not saying you should drink in your room the whole trip because that's not fun, but like if you're going down to the nightclubs, have some drinks in your room while you get ready so that you're already feeling pretty good by the time you get down there, and then you don't have to pay for as many drinks. You cannot bring any of your own alcohol into the day clubs or the nightclubs. They will find it, so don't do that, but just pre-game in your room. I think it'll save you a ton of money. If you look at my last food and drinks video, I spent more on alcohol than I did on food. So alcohol is really expensive in Vegas. So this is a good tip. Okay, and my next tip. Stay where food courts are, okay? So basically what I want you to do is do your research on the hotels that you're looking to stay at. There are certain hotels, they're gonna be the more upscale hotels, that don't have anywhere cheap to eat in them. So you're staying in this beautiful upscale property, but you have to leave the hotel if you're gonna get something cheap to eat. And I mean, everything is gonna be really expensive. You may think that's okay, I'll leave the hotel to go and get food. But when you wake up early in the morning and you're feeling kind of hungover and you just need a nice greasy breakfast, the idea of having to like get in a cab to go to somewhere or get up and walk and it's already gonna be 95 degrees if it's the summer in Vegas, it's not super appealing, you guys. A lot of the hotels that are in the middle range category do have like food courts in them. So the Flamingo has a food court, the Luxor has a food court, Mandalay Bay has a food court. And there's just a couple of cheaper options there to like get you through. I know you're not gonna stay on your property all the time and you will be out on the strip for lunch, dinner, but I'm thinking just for breakfast or a late night snack, to have a cheap option in your hotel is super useful. Also, take a look and see if they have a sports book, like snacks area. I know at Mandalay Bay, you can get like chicken tenders and fries, and it's like $10 or less, and it's quick and it's easy, and that's like right on the casino floor. So just double check what your options are. See what restaurants are in your hotel before you totally book in case they don't have anything super cheap. We stayed at the Bellagio and there's like nowhere to get cheap food in there at all, and no one wants to walk out of their hotel and all the way down the strip to get something cheap. So we just ended up spending a lot more money on food. So just keep that in mind. All right, and then another tip, find out happy hours, you guys. I love this tip. I don't think people think about this enough, but if you eat at weird times, you get really good deals, not just on food, but drinks. I mean, I just saw that the Peppermill happy hour had half off drinks. So drinks were like $6, and then a bunch of apps were half price. And it depends on which place, but some places have later night happy hours. Some places have all day happy hours. If you go on vegashappyhour.net, they actually have like a list of properties and they'll tell you when the happy hour is for these particular places. This is a great way to save money without ruining your experience, because you still get to go eat at these places and go drink at these places, but you're just saving money just by going at a weird time. I think this is like super helpful in just having a cheaper vacation without losing anything cool in the process. Okay, let's talk transportation. So here again, I'm gonna tell you to research your hotel. Stay near where you're planning to go. So if you are saying, okay, well, we're gonna go to marquee at the Cosmo for our day club, and at night we really want to go to Tao for the nightclub. You need to stay mid-strip so that you're near those two properties. So you could stay at the Bellagio, you could stay at Mirage, you could stay at the Venetian or at the Cosmo, but at least you're near that property. It wouldn't really make any sense for you to stay at Mandalay Bay because you'd have to go all the way back. Check and see where everything is before you book, so that way you're nearby, so that if you do have to take an Uber or a cab, it's cheaper. Or you can just walk, which will save you so much money. So take a look at the strip and figure out if you need to be on the north end or the south end, or if you can be right in the middle. Some cheap transportation that you guys should be aware of. There's a free tram on the south end of the strip. It connects Mandalay Bay all the way over to New York. So there's like 4 hotels that are all totally connected together via this tram, and it's super helpful, and it saves your feet a lot. If you're staying all the way at the end, you can just kind of pop right out more mid-south strip. Also, I have to mention the Deuce bus. You guys have commented about the Deuce bus a ton in my videos, so I need to mention it to you guys. The Deuce bus runs all the way up and down the strip. It stops in really convenient locations, and it's $8 for a 1-day pass, or for 3 days, you can spend $20. You would make that up in like 3 rides if you were going to be doing cabs or Ubers. So the Deuce bus is a super helpful way to save money if you are not somebody who can walk a lot, or you have particular things. Maybe you got a really good deal on your hotel, but you are trying to party further down on the strip. The Deuce bus would definitely be the option I would recommend. Now, if you're like us, you're gonna walk a lot. We are people who are pretty good shape and we like to walk. However, we do have kind of a trick to this. So what we like to do is we start out by walking, get to a certain point, and then we just take a ride back, or vice versa. Take a ride somewhere, but then walk back. It just kind of saves you half of what you would spend on cabs or Ubers by just walking one way and then driving the other. It is a lot of walking, you guys. Sometimes you walk all the way someplace and the idea of walking back is like super daunting. So just keep that in mind. If you're like, okay, well, I could definitely walk the 2 miles up the strip to get to Planet Hollywood, but I might get exhausted and not want to walk all the way back, especially if we were drinking or we're full. So then just take an Uber or a cab back, and that will definitely save you a little bit of money. All right, my last tip, you guys. This one seems really obvious, but I really think this will help you out. Make sure you pack everything you need/want on your trip. I have a packing video that I will list here that just gives you some really helpful tips, but things like Band-Aids, shout wipes, medication, like stomach pills or headache medicine. If you buy this in the gift shop, I ran out of heartburn pills when we were on our trip, and in the gift shop for like 8 pills, it was like $20 or something outrageous. It was terrible. We were staying with a group of people, and the people sharing a room with us snored terribly, so loudly, and I hadn't planned ahead, and I needed earplugs, and I spent $8 on earplugs at a convenience shop. Don't waste your money on these things. Even this last trip, I got hungry and I just wanted a little snack. A bag of chips is so overpriced in these gift shops, and you don't really want to like go all the way out of the hotel just to get a bag of chips. So you suck it up and you buy it. You spend so much doing this, you guys. You can save just little teeny bits. You can pack food in your carry-on or in your bag. It doesn't matter. You can pack food if it's wrapped up and packaged. All your medications can come with you. Little things like that, earplugs, Band-Aids, just make sure you've thought it out. Again, I have a pretty comprehensive list in my packing video you can check out. So those were my top tips. I hope they were helpful to you guys, and I hope some of them were a little bit different from things you've heard previously. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. I hope I kind of gave you a good overview of some interesting tips. If you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like or comment down below. That really helps me out. And again, if you feel like subscribing, if you're into Vegas content, I'm going to be posting a ton of Vegas content on my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.